They finally stopped hiding. The secret recording of Jungkook and Jimin that shook the fandom. What if one short clip could set the entire fandom on fire? That's exactly what happened when a so-called secret recording of Jungkook and Jimin began circulating online. It wasn't a long video. It wasn't an official broadcast. There was no dramatic background music, no slow-motion edit, no subtitles guiding the narrative. Just a few raw seconds, unfiltered, unscripted, and seemingly unguarded. And yet it was enough. Within hours, fans across multiple platforms were dissecting every frame. The way Jungkook turned his head, the way Jimin's expression softened, the proximity between them, the subtle shift in body language. For some, it felt different, more intimate, less performative, almost like the camera had captured something it wasn't supposed to. But what exactly did people see? The clip reportedly showed them standing slightly apart from the crowd, momentarily unaware that they were being recorded. There was a brief exchange, a look that lingered a second longer than usual. Jungkook leaned in slightly. Jimin responded with a quiet smile that didn't look staged. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't loud. It was subtle. And sometimes, subtle moments speak the loudest. As members of BTS, Jungkook and Jimin have shared over a decade of history. They trained together. They struggled together. They grew up in front of the world together. Their bond has been documented in countless behind-the-scenes videos, interviews, concerts, and live streams. Fans have long admired their closeness, the playful teasing, the quiet support, the protective gestures in crowded spaces, the way they instinctively gravitate toward each other during chaotic moments. None of this is new. So why did this particular clip feel different? Some fans believe it's because the moment lacked the usual idol awareness. It didn't look like fan service. It didn't look choreographed. It looked natural, almost private. And in an industry where cameras are always present, authenticity stands out immediately. Online discussions quickly split into two perspectives. One side argued, "This proves they're not hiding anymore. You can't fake that kind of comfort. That wasn't for the camera." The other side countered, "They've always been close. This is just another sweet friendship moment. People are reading too much into it." And maybe both sides have a point. The intensity of the reaction says as much about the fandom as it does about the clip itself. Over the years, every interaction between Jungkook and Jimin has been magnified. A glance becomes a headline. A hug becomes a theory. A shared laugh becomes a trending topic. But beneath all the speculation lies something simpler, a connection that feels genuine. Jungkook has often spoken about how much he admires Jimin's dedication and emotional depth. Jimin, in turn, has openly expressed his affection and pride toward Jungkook's growth. Their dynamic has always balanced playfulness with deep trust. There's a comfort in their energy, a familiarity that can't be manufactured overnight. In the secret recording, what struck many viewers was not overt romance or dramatic revelation, but ease. The kind of ease that comes from years of knowing someone's habits, moods, and unspoken signals. The kind of ease where silence isn't awkward, where closeness isn't calculated. Body language analysts within the fandom even broke down the micro-expressions. The direction of Jungkook's shoulders, the softness in Jimin's eyes, the synchronized shift in posture. Whether those analyses hold weight or not, they reveal something important. People care deeply about this bond. However, it's also crucial to approach moments like this responsibly. Neither Jungkook nor Jimin has made any statement suggesting hidden meanings behind their interactions. They deserve privacy, autonomy, and the freedom to define their own relationship, whatever form it takes. Speculation can be exciting, but respect must always come first. Interestingly, the timing of the clip added fuel to the fire. It surfaced during a period when public appearances have been limited and carefully managed. In such an environment, even the smallest unscripted glimpse feels amplified. Fans aren't just reacting to a video. They're reacting to longing, the longing to see authenticity in a tightly controlled world. And perhaps that's why this moment resonated so strongly. There's something universally touching about witnessing two people who seem completely at ease with one another. In an industry built on performance, genuine connection stands out like a quiet melody in a loud stadium. But do they stop hiding? That question assumes there was something to hide in the first place. For over 10 years, Jungkook and Jimin have never concealed their affection or closeness. They've hugged on stage. They've complimented each other publicly. They've shared inside jokes during live broadcasts. If anything, they've consistently shown their bond without hesitation. What changes is not their behavior, but public interpretation. The internet evolves. Narratives shift. Fans grow more analytical. Every new clip is filtered through years of accumulated meaning. A single glance in 2026 carries the weight of a decade of history. And that history matters. From trainee days, filled with uncertainty, to global superstardom, they have experienced milestones side by side. Exhaustion, triumph, pressure, joy all shared. Those experiences build a foundation few relationships can replicate. When viewers see that foundation reflected in something as simple as a smile, it feels powerful. Still, it's important to separate appreciation from assumption. Admiring their bond doesn't require defining it. Supporting them doesn't require labeling them. Sometimes, the most beautiful connections are the ones allowed to exist without explanation. The secret recording may fade from trending pages in a few days. Another clip will take its place. Another theory will emerge. That's the rhythm of online culture. But the underlying truth remains steady. Jungkook and Jimin share something meaningful. Whether that meaning is friendship, brotherhood, or something more personal is not for outsiders to decide. What fans can do is celebrate the warmth, the respect, and the visible care they show each other. Because in the end, perhaps the real story isn't about hiding or revealing. It's about consistency. Through changing eras, solo projects, world tours, and evolving public images, their dynamic has remained recognizable, comfortable, familiar, grounded. And maybe that's why even a few quiet seconds can feel monumental. Not because it confirms anything, not because it exposes anything, but because it reminds people of something they already sensed. Connection doesn't need dramatic declarations. Sometimes it lives in a glance, in a half smile, in the instinct to stand just a little closer. So do they finally stop hiding? Or did the world simply pause long enough to notice what has always been there? The answer may depend less on the clip and more on what each viewer chooses to see. What's undeniable is this. Whenever Jungkook and Jimin share a frame, the atmosphere shifts. Attention sharpens. Hearts race. Conversations ignite. And perhaps that enduring fascination is proof of something bigger than speculation, proof that authenticity, however subtle, always finds a way to shine.